General Hospital spoilers reveal that Sonny is facing a series of inevitable adjustments in his life, and it's pushing him toward a dark turning point no one could have anticipated. From his deteriorating health, the constant pressures of the mafia world, to the growing rifts in his family, everything is creating an uncontrollable spiral. His closest family members, Carly, Nina, Michael, and even Dante, are noticing the clear signs that Sonny is no longer himself. Despite trying to hide his weakness, those who truly care about him know that Sonny is on the brink of an inevitable collapse. His death is no longer a distant theory but is becoming a terrifying reality. His heart condition is worsening, and despite the warnings from his doctors, Sonny refuses to change his lifestyle. The pressure of controlling the underworld in Port Charles has forced him to constantly fight against threats from enemies, schemes to overthrow him, and betrayals within his inner circle. But his body can no longer bear all of this. Another heart attack could be the end, and this time, there's no way to escape this cruel fate. The question now is no longer whether Sonny can survive, but when the inevitable will happen. As the warning signs become more obvious, Port Charles is about to face the biggest shock it has seen in years, the loss of one of the most powerful and influential figures in the city. But Sonny's death is not just the passing of a man, it is the collapse of an entire empire. Who will replace Sonny? Who will control the connections he's built over the years? Old enemies won't miss the chance to seize power, and a battle for territory is sure to erupt after Sonny's death. Not only that, Sonny's family will be caught in a whirlwind of chaos. How will Carly react when she loses the man she once loved deeply? How will Nina face this loss, especially when their relationship was never truly stable? Will Michael, the one who once declared war on his father, feel regret? And Dante, who always had a complicated relationship with Sonny, will have to face the truth that he will never have the chance to fix what was left undone between them. With all of this, Sonny's funeral will not just be a memorial, but an event that shakes all of Port Charles. This will mark the end of an era and the beginning of a new age, where no one can predict what will happen next. The power of the Corinthos family may falter, or perhaps a new heir will step up to carry on Sonny's legacy. But one thing is certain, Port Charles will never be the same again after Sonny's departure. The aftershock of Sonny's death will spread to everyone, and no one can escape its consequences. His enemies will celebrate, but those who love him will face a painful reality. One of the most powerful men in Port Charles is gone forever. Jason and Carly will officially return to Port Charles, bringing a storm filled with mysteries, tension, and unprecedented dangers. Their long absence left a void in the power struggle, but now they return with a determination to uncover the secrets behind Sonny's death and reclaim what was theirs. However, this return is not simple. As soon as Jason steps into Port Charles, he immediately realizes that nothing is the same. Not only is there the power vacuum left by Sonny, but a series of changes in the underworld, where old enemies are rising stronger than ever. Jason was once Sonny's right-hand man, but now, he is no longer in that position, and that means he will have to fight to regain his standing. Carly, strong and determined, cannot hide her pain knowing that the most important man in her life is gone forever. But instead of drowning in sorrow, she is determined to find out who is behind Sonny's assassination. Carly has always been a fighter, and this time, she will not let anyone manipulate her or her family. She and Jason immediately begin investigating, but the deeper they dig, the more they discover that Sonny's death was not simply an accident or an attack by an old enemy. It could be a conspiracy that's been planned for a long time. Initial clues lead them to a series of suspects, including some of the people Sonny trusted most. Could the mastermind be one of Sonny's old enemies like Cyrus or a new rising force? Or worse, could it be someone within the Corinthos family who betrayed Sonny? As Jason and Carly dig deeper, they start to realize that no one is completely innocent, and everyone has a motive to want Sonny gone. This investigation is not only a journey for justice, but also a fight to regain power. If Jason doesn't quickly reclaim his position, Port Charles's underworld may fall into the hands of those even more ruthless than Sonny. Carly also knows that if she doesn't act, the Corinthos family will never be the same. But what neither of them anticipates is that the closer they get to the truth, the more they put themselves in danger. Someone in the shadows is watching them, knowing every step they take, and ready to strike if they go too far. If Jason and Carly are not careful, they could become the next targets in this bloody power struggle. But no matter what happens, one thing is certain: they won't stop until they find Sonny's killer and reclaim everything they've lost. Port Charles is on the verge of a new explosion, and Jason and Carly are the ones who will ignite the next battle. The truth is getting closer, but are they ready to face what they will uncover? A new era is about to begin, and no one can predict who will be the final victor. Jason is stepping into an entirely new era, a dangerous era filled with power and revenge. After Sonny's death, Port Charles's underworld is in chaos, and no one is strong enough to maintain the balance Sonny once did. But now, Jason has returned, not just as Sonny's close friend, but as the only one ruthless and smart enough to take back control and protect what Sonny left behind. Taking over the Corinthos Empire is no easy task for Jason. It's not just a title, but a battle against enemies who've been waiting for Sonny to fall in order to overthrow his empire. Old enemies like Cyrus, new rising forces, and even those who once stood in Sonny's ranks are now questioning whether Jason has the ability to take over everything. But one thing is certain: Jason is not easily defeated. However, what makes everything more tense is the mission of revenge. Sonny's death cannot just be a loss, it's a declaration of war, and Jason is not one to overlook that. Who is behind Sonny's assassination? Who dared to strike at the most influential man in Port Charles? These questions will haunt Jason, and he is willing to do whatever it takes to uncover the truth. If anyone thinks they can kill Sonny and escape the consequences, they've made a huge mistake. Jason's revenge will not just be a simple hunt. It will be a warning to all who dare to face him. If someone is behind this conspiracy, Jason will track them down to the end, whether they are an old enemy or a new face in the criminal world. If anyone within Corinthos betrayed Sonny, Jason will not hesitate to punish them. He doesn't care who's behind it. Once he finds the culprit, he won't give them a chance to explain. However, this mission also puts Jason in a dangerous position. The closer he gets to the truth, the more he is pulled into dark schemes and threats he has never faced before. To take over the Corinthos Empire, Jason must not only defeat external enemies but also confront the traitors in the shadows. He must prove that he is not just a great marksman, but a worthy leader to maintain the Corinthos family's power. Port Charles is standing on the edge of a great storm, and Jason is at the heart of all the upheaval. He is not just Sonny's heir, but the one who will determine the fate of the entire underworld. A new battle is about to begin, and this time, Jason will hold all the cards. But can he truly control everything, or will this be the final battle he faces? One thing is certain: Jason Morgan never backs down, and if anyone thinks they can outsmart him, they will soon realize their fatal mistake. Brennan is taking full advantage of the power vacuum left by Sonny's death to carry out his calculated plans. With Sonny's departure, Port Charles's underworld is in chaos, and this is the perfect opportunity for Brennan and the WSB to manipulate the situation to their advantage. However, this also means a new storm is about to sweep across the city, bringing dangerous schemes and uncontrollable explosions. No one can deny that Sonny's death has created a massive hole in the criminal world. Old enemies like Cyrus, Selena, and even other mysterious forces are waiting for the chance to take control. But among these ambitious players, Brennan is the most dangerous, not just because of his connection to the WSB, but also due to the plans he has set in motion. The question is, was Sonny's death truly an accident, or was it part of Brennan's larger scheme? Brennan is not just a power broker in the shadows, he may have even bigger goals that no one could have anticipated. With the influence of the WSB, he could easily manipulate events to ensure no one can solidify their replacement of Sonny. If Jason or anyone else thinks they can take over the Corinthos family smoothly, they will quickly realize that Brennan is already one step ahead of them. Moreover, the trouble Brennan brings doesn't just stop at the criminal world. Powerful figures in politics, law, and even secret agencies like the WSB are also being drawn into this game. Is Brennan manipulating Port Charles not just to control the Corinthos organization, but also to expand the WSB's influence? Is he creating a new force that no one can oppose? However, Brennan is not the only one with plans following Sonny's death. Jason has returned, Carly is trying to take control of the Corinthos family, and other forces like Cyrus and Selena are also waiting for their moment. The real battle will not just be about who replaces Sonny, but about who survives after this storm passes. One thing is certain, Brennan is not someone to be dealt with easily, and what he is doing could lead to an even bigger power struggle. If Jason and the others do not act quickly, they may lose everything to someone they never considered a real threat. But what no one knows is that Brennan isn't just targeting Port Charles, he may have an even bigger plan, and Sonny was just the first victim in a series of events he set up long ago.